Okay, just addressing a couple of comments that I've received on a couple of the videos I've posted recently. If you don't know who I am, my name is Melanie. I come from the Apostolic United Brethren, or the AUB. It's the same church that the Browns came out of from Sister Wives. My dad's the current leader there. So, rewatching now and noticing every time Christine was upset, she ended up apologizing instead of getting a resolution. This is very, very common in polygamy, as it goes right along with the keep sweet idea that the FLDS put out there. So it is very, especially if you are a wife and your husband has given you a list of items that you need to do or that you need to check yourself or get better at. Typically on this list, it will include stuff like you need to be a better sister wife. You need to make sure that I need to feel that you love me more. I need to see that you are involved and active with the family. The husband's giving these ridiculous lists to these women. So if you're rewatching seasons and you're noticing that Christine was upset and ended up apologizing instead of actually getting a resolution to the conflict or whatever that she was upset about, this is why. She was probably in a process at that time with her husband, and he was probably giving her a list of items that she needed. Hey, you need to fix these things about yourself. And so it goes right along with that. Keep sweet. Your feelings don't matter. Stuff them down. Do what's better for the family. There was this constant, this is a phrase that I heard my entire life. Do what's best for the family. Your needs are individual. They don't matter as much. The family unit is what really matters. And so you'll see a lot of women put their own needs aside because the family is more important. And so they really don't ever have resolutions to 90% of their problems because, so that's what's funny to me is they have these huge families and these huge communities and no one knows conflict resolution. No one can actually sit down and have a conversation and come all the way to conclusion with it, and both parties come out feeling like they have something resolved. And I shouldn't say no one, but very few have the ability to do conflict resolution, because if you start to get in conflict, you stuff those feelings down, you go pray, you read your scriptures, you get yourself right with the Lord, you go get a blessing from your priesthood leader head or even the prophet in order to check yourself so that you can be a better person in this family unit. And that's why there's no conflict that's ever resolved, or very, very few conflicts that are resolved. And this really comes down to your responsibility. What's your responsibility to this family? What's your responsibility to the husband, to your children, to your sister wives? And if your responsibility is to keep the family unit intact and happy, you're going to go with the keep sweet resolution, and you're never actually going to resolve anything. So hopefully that answers. I just wanted to kind of make that comment. Hopefully that explains that idea of why conflict resolution is so very not seen very often, especially not on this show. You don't see a lot of that resolution happening. It's just, I think what happens, especially on the show, is they have an interaction with each other, and then they kind of spew it and talk about it on the couch a little bit instead of actually taking it to the source and talking to the source and trying to heal it that way. They'll maybe, I don't want to say badmouth, but for lack of better terminology, they'll badmouth or vent about it on the couch in little teeny, they'll throw something out there that's like, yeah, I was a little hurt over this, or yeah, I was a little hurt over that. And they'll do a little vent session on the couch instead of actually taking it directly to the source.